Hello guys, it's nice to chat with you again. I will be sending out an email later this week about a Zoom time for us to get together and maybe discuss a little bit more of the epic and Gilgamesh kind of up front and personal, because it can be a little confusing. I understand that. Now last week we discussed a lot of the history of the play, of the theater, and I started giving you some information on actually Gilgamesh itself. Before I go on any further, I want to thank everyone who has worked so hard and the parents that have worked so hard in making sure your students are turning in the work on time and getting everything into me. I have heard from mostly everyone except one or two students, but you all are working so very hard, and I'm very pleased with everything you're doing. So what I want to do now is I want you to start reading page 612 to 623, Gilgamesh. You're going to have to start reading it on your own. Unfortunately, we can't read that together. Section 4, we talked about in section 14, before we took a break, about the league and how long a league was and the measurement of a league. Just to review, 1 league is 3.45 miles. Cedar Forest runs 10,000 leagues, which is 34,500 miles. Humbaba hears 60 leagues away, which is 207 miles away. He can hear people coming into the forest. He also breathes hot fire. Okay, so that takes us to the next section where we're going to talk about what does this say about Gilgamesh? Exactly. It tells us that he is concerned with his fame of eternal glory, that he feels that death and disdain is beneath him. Remember, he has become very arrogant, which is not a typical character of an epic characteristic, of an epic character. Some got confused with that. Gilgamesh becomes arrogant, but arrogance is not necessarily a characteristic of the character. In section 7, we see the conflict and the struggle against the powerful odds, and how they're implied in that section. Humbaba is like no other man suggests he is. He's very powerful. He is superhuman strength. He has been created by the gods to dissuade and discourage Gilgamesh and anyone else who would try to conquer the forest. In section 8, we see what does Gilgamesh's reaction to the elders reveal when the elders were telling him not to go. His arrogance and lack of appreciation for the seriousness of his task lead him into a potential downfall. Ninsam adopts an Enkidu and gives him an amulet. An amulet is a charm worn around his neck to show that he is now part of the family. Section 14, we see what God does Ninsu pray to, and why does Ninsu reproach the god or blame the god? She prays to and reproaches Shamash because she does not want her son to go into this perilous journey by himself. Even with Enkidu going with her, she still does not want him to go. The journey of 6 weeks was made in 3 days. So we see Gilgamesh does have some superhuman characteristics as well, because remember, he is part god and part human. So in that essence there, in section 17, we do see his strength becoming known, because a journey that should take 6 weeks only took them 3 days. So he's in great physical and heroic qualities there. All right, now, just a little bit of paperwork. I did send to you on the teacher's pages a study guide that I typed up for you to start doing with reading Gilgamesh. So if you'll start doing that, and we have a week to do that, and we'll go over that a little bit each day. So I want to thank you all for working so hard again. Please do your reading. If you have any questions, take your notes, write your questions, email them to me. And please take care of yourself and stay well. God bless.